Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, all right. I think you guys can hear me. All right. We got audio. So, yep, we're continuing to... Whoops. Come on, I was trying to sample. Sampley-dampley-doo. Sampley-dampley-dip. All right, let's see. No, that is way too white. Okay, we want something that's light brown, lightish brown, like this, maybe. That is not the color I was looking for, but we will go for it right now. So how's everybody doing out there? How are we doing? Are we stuck? Are we stuck? Oh, we're just laggy. Just a little laggy. Hopefully my little phone can keep up. My teeny tiny phone. So yeah, I've been taking a slower streaming schedule lately. Also, some new stuff has come up, so I was focusing on that. But I wanted to do a paint stream. I'm going to use OBS if it works, so I will cut this as soon as my desktop is done updating. Because I want to do some actual painting. But I would like to finish this. But since it's going to be up too late, but I think a small canvas would suffice. And I haven't used OBS in a while, so I kind of wanted to jump back on and stream via OBS. Probably won't appeal to a certain crowd, but we will give it a go again. This way you can see me and you can see the painting. Unless you don't care about seeing me, that's fine. Some people have been asking, can we see your face? And I'm like, I don't want to do all the work to turn the camera around, do all that jazz just to show my face on screen. I'm not trying to act. So there's no need for me to show my face. All right. So we need more of this. I'm just kind of doing these brown areas. These brown things. So I did some stuff offline. If you can see here, I did the wall over here. The lighter of the screen to go in there. Some little dark areas. I don't know if he used like an orange or something in there. But without being able to see the actual painting in person, it's hard to get a grasp on what colors he may have used. And when I say he, I'm referring to Pablo Picasso, because this is a study of his painting Night Fishing in Antibes. So, yep, I am just doing my rendition of it. So this is a painting he did. I don't know if he did it all in one year. I guess it's a pretty big canvas. 1939, last century. Some of y'all weren't even born in the last century. But I was towards the end of the last century, in the 70s. Actually, I was born in the same year that Pablo Picasso passed away, and that would be 1973. It was during the Vietnam War era, but we will keep plugging away on our digital painting here. I kind of want to make this a little duller. There we go. That might be a little too light. So 1939, that was just before the start or the year start of World War II. It says April is when this was finished. Oops. Okay, so this is actually dark in here. This is like a really dark brown that he used here. I don't know if he mixed his own browns or if he used straight out the tube brown. Guys, let me know if you can, if my audio's still good. It seems like it's still going. Probably because my internet's a little bit better. I'm not sure. I don't know what my brother has. I mean, he watches gaming and stuff on his, so. This should actually be even darker. Oops. I don't know why that happens, but the eraser, I must do something, but the eraser like automatically just randomly goes to the eraser. And it resets my brush when I do. And I guess it's save the color though. Okay, there are some black lines. He keeps here. So I gotta make sure not to blow them away with this brown. This browned, ground browned. Okay, what about this side? This side is dark too. Then again, it could just be the image I'm seeing. So the image I'm working from is from the Museum of Modern Art's collection. I think they actually have this painting in their collection. So I'm sure it's a image photo. And there's some brown here. Gotta make sure not to wipe away all this light color. Painting on my update. So I'm gonna try and work on another flower painting. So I kind of wanted to keep that going alongside the painting I'd like to finish for the local state fair here. This is darker. Oh, there goes it's resetting, so there goes my reference photo. I had it up on the desktop before I decided to reset and get my update going. Get my update running. So, and so this dude's arm is a lot bigger or thicker in his hand too than in the original. Since I can't see my reference, edit. I don't think they have that in this app where you can have like a reference on the screen at the same time. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That'd be kind of cool. You know what? Maybe I could if I used a layer. I could have it in here as a layer. Oops. Come on. Okay, so what I would need to do is... Nope, undo. do. Yeah, that probably screwed up everything. Where'd it go? Here it is. Go to here, go to move. Can I shrink it? Yes. I guess since I'm working this section there, I'll just do it like that. For some reason, this image looks worse than on my desktop, but we will run with it. This dude is not that bright, not that saturated. And then we'll put some in this claw. I'm assuming that's what this is a claw. Some of this. Shrink down this. Yeah, that's too bright. Way too bright. Kind of like that. Still a little bright or saturated. Come on, start. It's not doing anything. Why are you not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Oh, you know what? Because all that has to go because I was painting on the wrong layer. Where is it? Yep, painting on the wrong layer. Can't be painting on that layer. There was nothing to blend it with. That's why it wouldn't do any blending. It's like, why isn't it blending? Because you don't have it on the right layer. You don't have it on the correct layer. It helps to have it on the correct layer. Okay, there might be a little on this edge, but this, what we're using, kind of this brown. Was it this brown? You need to thicken up the brush a little. Yeah, it might be a little too light. Alright, what we're gonna do is try to get these eyes in there. It's made these kind of big, almost googly type eyes. I like to keep, if I could, like the painterliness of this. Yeah, maybe we can keep some of that saturation. Okay, hold on a second before we do that. Oh, too late. Too late. Okay, this needs to shrink some, not 2, not 7, maybe by 3. And it's got to get in here. It's got to reach in there. Get this, shape that. Oh, we're still getting that load screen. So, yeah, we're not going to lose all of that saturated color, but we will soften this. a bit. Okay, so we got that dude's claw. The Claw, Baron von Raschke. You guys might be too young for all that. Baron von Raschke. Is it Raschke or Ruski? The Claw. He was a wrestler. Way back in the 1980s, Baron von Raschke. His signature move was the claw. Okay, so we got this. This is like gets a little fatter. Okay, and then this gets a little something. And I will try to pay attention to it. It's kind of on the small side, so. But hope you're doing well. We're back doing a digital painting. Doing this rendition of Pablo Picasso painting. Pablo Picasso. The guy everybody loves to hate. He was a bad, bad man, as they say. He was a horrible, horrible dude, man. He did all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff. Because that's what people say. I mean, it's in books, it's on the internet. The guy was an a-hole. Right? Because everybody knows. Everybody lived during that time. They knew Pablo Picasso personally, so they knew he was an a-hole. All these people on the internet that know everything. I'm not saying he was a good guy, but okay. We're going to bring this darkness. We're bringing the darkness around this side. Bring that darkness. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of this sample there. I mean, for some reason the photo looks really dull, really desaturated. And I don't think the painting was like that. Hey, so this whole side of the leg too is also dark. We got 6 minutes according to my desktop computer for or update to be completed. We'll see. We're having a hard time earlier, just a little bit ago, with kind of getting OBS to work. Just kept crashing, kept knocking us out of the app. So we got some, let's thicken this brush up a little bit. What I'm gonna be doing, if I get into this painting tonight, this flower painting, let's make this a little thinner. And I hear somebody sneezing outside my door. Somebody sneezing outside the door. Okay, this is actually a lot farther away. Actually, this extends out more than the bottom one. So what we need to do is now grab some of this gray and we cut off. Cut that off. Chop, chop, chop. We chop that section off. This. Okay, come on. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this stream here of me trying to do my version of Mr. Picasso's wonderful painting, at least I think so. Night Fishing in Antibes. Painted it in 1939, the year World War II started. And let's see. I certainly was not born yet. I was way, way before my time. That was in the first half of the century I was born in. Okay. You got 2 minutes according to this thing. And I think this is not as light as it seems. And then this is not raised up like that. Get those beads out of there. Those raised bits of paint. Let's see. This stuff gets a little cleaned up here. This might be a little darker like this. A little darker in here. And this section too. Might need to make the brush a little bigger. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of jumping all over the place. Just going where I need to go. It's kind of how I built this piece. It's just going where I needed to go. Okay. Let's boost up the brush a little bit because I kind of want to get rid of some of these ridges. Some of this, though, gets lost in here. Just kind of bring this into the gray and fuzz it out. Oh, there we go. I can go back to using no reference, but I will. I guess to turn this off, you just do that. You stay on this. Alright guys, I can continue working on this stream and start anew. There are still some dark areas. Go into here. Let's grab this gray. See, there goes the eraser again. This grabs my eraser for no reason. I have no idea. There's like a time limit on brushes. You can only use this brush so long before we switch it back to the eraser. Okay, so this. Dudes. Actually, this isn't even supposed to be black. That is not a black edge. And we'll thin up the brush. I think there's no hint of a black line along this until you get down to the bottom. You can let me know in the comments, the chit chat, or the comment section. We don't got a whole lot of engagement tonight. I mean, even though I am streaming vertically. Maybe YouTube's mad at me because I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately. Their algorithms disappointed in my performance. Okay, yes, this needs to get all the way to the edge. Come on. Basically, this is like that, like this, and like that. and like this, and like that, and like this, and like that, and okay. To be honest, that shouldn't be that. That should not be like that. Oops. Gotta hold this. Gotta hold my pad. So I like to sketch with my pad pretty much like not quite vertical, but up, more upright. Kind of gives me the feel of I'm at an easel versus laying my pad flat down on the surface and drawing above it. I don't know how people do that unless it's in your lap. And I don't really draw with my iPad in my lap. That means I am hunched over it and my back starts to hurt after a while because from drawing and the stress. The stress of what? I don't know. The stress of life, the stress that comes along with the daily struggle, worrying about stuff in the news, how we fit in, how people perceive us, how we feel about ourselves. That's a lot of white, but should be this dark area here. Okay, so we got this. So what's been going on with people these days? Everybody enjoying their life? Are they enjoying their day? Did you enjoy your day today? Or did you not? Did you have a horrible day? Work? School? Well, it's Sunday. Unless you had Sunday school. Okay. Got that little dark area in there. I guess nobody's voting to say if they want me to keep doing this or start my painting, my actual painting. I said I left it up to the democratic process, and nobody said anything, so maybe I'll do a little bit more of this, and then I will start the painting stream. Might take a moment. In the meantime, I will try to keep going on this as long as my reference stays on screen. Let's see. Now I updated my operating system. Hopefully things will start to run for me. Oh, sounds like it's picking up the phone. That's a good sign. At least a positive sign that things might be working in our favor. Well, until then, let's keep going on this. Such a disappointment. OBS is now. How are we doing, guys? Alright, guys. Yeah, we lost our reference again. But let's see. Let's take a look at what we got so far. Okay. Let's scoop up some black here. Just get a little extra sleep. So, I don't know what's going on in the background, if that's supposed to be like a city or just like rocks. I mean, you got rocks down here because of the brown, but I'm not sure what all that purple is. That's supposed to be rocks being lit up. So the green and yellow, those are supposed to, so I can bring back, I guess, you know what? I have my reference, right? Got my reference right there. Make sure we're on our cool layer. And get this. Spread around the digital pixels. Digipix. Oh, Digipix. Digity pix. Let's go a little lighter. I think it's kind of light around this edge here. A little lighter, but not too light. Right here. Not too light. Okay. Oh, my background just disappeared. My background image on my desktop just went kapooty poo. There we go. There's my screen again. Alright, it's probably been a while since I actually shut down my computer and had it off. So we just reset by shutting it down. Reset it. So, let's bring this in. Dabble a little bit here. So any of you out there are artists or creative types? What do you like to do? You can let me know in the chat or whatever. Comments. I don't care. So I can just stream it through OBS. But this is all dark. There is nothing light about this in the original. Maybe just some hints. Just some hints. Next project, working on framing textile art. Looking through frame collections for a right size frame. Cool. When you say textile, are you working with like fabrics, I'm assuming? Or like tiles or mosaic? I don't know if mosaic's considered textile. Sounds interesting though. I know one of our fellow streamers, YouTubers, goes by Laughing Girl. She's done some textile art, some mosaic stuff, and also fabric, like fabric painting, like using instead of like literal paints, she's just using the fabrics as her colors and stuff. So it's kind of, is this like another commission or? I know you said you sold a piece just recently. I think you thought you said a painting. Trying to do something different, I see. Okay. Yeah, the only thing with this app is they should have a few different like brush types. You should almost be able to bring in your own patterns and grains for these brushes. Like in this painting here, it looks like Picasso used a lot of thinner solvent to kind of get like this weird kind of runny look, like washy, runny, paint running, dripping look. You can see the pigments just kind of separating as they run down the canvas or on the canvas. You sold these vintage frame pieces as well in the past. These aren't my original design, which I recently started painting. Okay. You said they aren't your original design. Oh yeah, didn't you say you like literally paint on the needlepoint? Yeah, I think we need to loot. This is way too bright. Let's see if we can dull this down a little bit. just like paint, you just add this color in the wet paint, and it pretty much kind of does this. Kind of why I wanted to get into oil painting again is because the way the paint moves and the effects you can get from it. So yeah, we'll lose all that bright whiteness. Paint design on the fabric canvas, and it's stitched. Oh, you do the stitching after you. Why am I getting these weird dots? I think that was on this layer, right? This is where we want to use our eraser. Where's the eraser? See if it works. There we go. Wait, no. I thought I selected the eraser. There it is. So that was on... I don't need that open anymore. Streaming from my... Alright, where'd the black go? Because before we were dinking around. Didn't want to erase anything. Where are our brushes? We want oil. Brushes. Where's our oil? Okay. Just... Come on. Start blending. Okay, you know what? I bet we're still on the wrong layer. Yes, we are. We were certainly on the wrong layer. We were certainly on the wrong layer. Okay. This actually connects with this. Whoops, not that. Okay. Guys, a flower. Yes, we'll be painting this flower. annoying. My wife would have told me to cut it out. Mama said cut it out. Mama said cut it out. All right. Is this still going? Skip live. All right. Sorry, guys. It wasn't even playing, so I didn't even realize if you were even seeing me. So I am going to end it now. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will be back in a moment, hopefully again through UBS or OBS. So, all right, guys, take care, and until a few minutes from now, bye.